We'll try this one last time. Not having much luck tonight. This is where you put code you're going to run once. This is where you're going to put code that you're going to run many times. It just runs over and over and over again. We're going to do nothing here. We're going to concentrate on void setup. But first, I'm going to name this, oops, 2 dashes. I'm going to call it blinking light 2 because the first couple times I tried this, it did not seem to work. So let's put in some comment codes. Let's LED. Let's select the LED, okay, and we'll so we're telling it that we want the LED mode to be selected for output. I'm sorry, pin mode. Okay, notice that when I had, that's a good lesson right there. Notice that it's black, and when I get it right, oops, when I get my command right, it turns the right color. So there you go. So that's probably a good thing. Okay, so let's turn on light. Okay. Let's wait 2 seconds. And then let's turn the light off. Oops. Don't forget those semicolons. Okay, and let's go ahead and see if that compiles. And we'll call this, we'll go in here, and we'll call this mechatronics classes from tonight's class, and we'll call this blinking light 2. And got that. We're going to go ahead and load it, and sure enough, turns the light on, turns it off after 2 seconds. So that's all well and good. But let's say we wanted to have our LED pin as a variable so that we could change it. If we do that, we put this in here. We can change that, and here we go. So now we change. The advantage of this is a global variable up here, right here, and we could change that if we switch to a different pin, say digital pin 10 or whatever. We could switch that, and it would switch everywhere. So that's the advantage of doing that. So if we check that, we see that, boom, it runs, no problem. Okay, and the light blinks on and off. Let's say we want to go ahead and write a subroutine. And let's get all that out of there. Okay, and let's call our subroutine blink. Let's call it VOID blink. Okay. And let's do another delay. Let's wait another 2 seconds at the end of this, and then okay, so that's our void blink. Okay, that's what we had before. We waited at the end. The reason I'm going to do that is I would like to put a loop in there at some point, but we'll just call. Okay, we're gonna, whoops. That would have resulted. Whoops, would have resulted in there. I think I got it now. I do it, and it loads, and sure enough, it blinks once. So let's say we want to blink this. Let's let's put a for loop in here. I equals 1 semicolon I less than 5 semicolon I plus plus. Okay, and of course now we've got to give ourselves, okay, those open and close brackets again. So now it's going to run 5 times, and we run it, and sure enough, there it goes, blinking every 2 seconds 5 times. So let's say we want to send down how long we're going to let it run. We're going to send down how many times we're going to let it run. Let's say 7 times. And we're going to also send the delay time that we want. And let's say the delay time is ½ second. Okay? So let's come back down here. So we've got to name those. INT, we'll call that the first one N, and INT DT. Okay? And we can put N in here. That's the number of times we're going to go around. And DT, we'll just go ahead and stick DT in here in place of the 2 seconds. Okay? And unless I made a simple mistake, doesn't look like it, we're good to go. And so we've written, now what we've done here, we've used a global variable, we've passed some variables here in blank down to this subroutine, and we're running it just one time. Now if I copy this out of here and put it, let's just do it. Okay, if I put it in here in my do nothing section, okay, which actually this is my this is me doing it. So calls blank, and let's put another delay, and we'll wait 5. Okay, so it's gonna do it, and then it's gonna wait 5 seconds, and it's gonna do it again, and it's gonna continue that process forever. So now it blinks 7 times in ½ second intervals, waits 5 seconds, and then blinks 7 times again, and it does that forever. That's probably a good spot for me to stop, and I'll put this back up, and hopefully this will be better than the last one. We'll see. Okay.